Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tech Spark Show. Today it's a special section. We're going to talk about the Power Solution Center. My name is Jessica Chen, aka Confused Sales, with lots of questions about our Kansas City location and the Power Solution Center.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kai, and I am the shocking engineer and PM of Meanwell.
What happened to your hair?
Just touched some high voltage DC.
Oh, man, it's like the BIC 2200.
Yeah, leakage currents and yeah.
Ew. I'm just glad you're still alive. Yeah.
Yep.
So what Meanwell established a location in Kansas City?
Yeah, so as you can see on the map, Meanwell Power Solutions, Meanwell office is located in the heart of America, in the center of the US. And if like traditionally, we provided all the services and logistics from Meanwell USA, which is located on the West Coast. So there's the time difference and then the shipping location distances and all of that. So by choosing the heart of America, we're able to service customers nationwide in a very, very quick manner.
That's great. So I'm still bitter about Kansas City. 49er lost the cheap. But hey, you guys have a good barbecue, so no complaint. But no, most importantly, it's the center of America. So I think it's in terms of logistics, it's faster to our East Coast distributor, to our Mexico distributor. Typically take a 5 day from the Fremont location. Right now, it's about 2 to 3 days from everywhere around the North America. That's great. What are the purpose that service in the Kansas location?
Yeah, so the Kansas City location, about 4 years ago, we bought the building and we created a logistics center there to help ship Meanwell products faster. But we later on, about two and a half years ago, we created a value-added center there. And we were aiming to provide a one-stop shop for all kinds of power solutions. So customers can buy the whole solution, plug and play. And at the Kansas City location, we do the design, the certification, and then the manufacturing. And then on top of that, we also do some of the minor value-added services for the Meanwell standard power supplies, such as the power supply modular power assembly. All of that is done in the Kansas City location. And then we also support some medium to low quantity prototype production builds for customers that may not be able to meet the MOQ requirements for factory for the first trial run. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the logistics center, right? So our goal is to provide quick logistics services for nationwide customers. And currently, our warehouse capacity is about 12 million USD, and we house over 65% of all of the US Meanwell inventory.
Wow, so it's all in one location. So that location serves as our warehouse. Right now, we stop most of our inventory over there. So it's faster service shipping to all of our distribution partner. And the volume added, where you guys do a lot of modification there. And most important right now, it's the Power Solution Center, which you're going to talk about a bit later. But not only that, we do the design and certify and the manufacture here. That's awesome. So I'm still kind of confused. So is it Power Solution part of the Meanwell company, or is it its own company now?
Yeah, so as of now, Meanwell Power Solution is its own company.
Oh.
Yeah, so we established our own company in June 2023. Originally, we used to be a branch office, but we created our own company and our own branding because we want to have our own identity. We want to kind of separate the Power Solution identity from the Meanwell name. Meanwell name is so well known in the industry as the standard power supply manufacturer. But we want to create that identity that we can also do solution sales. So that's why we created the Meanwell Power Solutions company. Yeah.
Wow. So you have your own logo,
yeah,
your own location, your own P&L report, your new identity, the Power Solution. Some of you guys probably see some of our email change from the Power Solution team. So they have a different email as well now. So you're the all-in-one man now.
Yeah.
So can you explain a bit to me? I mean, I think a lot of sales is still confused. It's like the Kansas location, what's the difference between the value added and then what kind of service you offer between value added and Power Solution?
Yeah. So I think that goes to our core competency, which we summarize as a DCM. So D stands for design, and from the initial stages, we will work with the customers to find out their technical requirements, what they want in terms of their, the power aspect. So we will then take their requirements, and then we will source all of the components from our SDG Value Network vendors to be able to provide a very competitive quotation. And then lastly, we will do the local design, and then we will do the sample manufacturing and then the small quantity manufacturing to support those quick turnaround, right? And then for the certification, internally, we will also be able to do the DVT, DQT according to the Meanwhile standards. And then the local UL certification, we've been working with the Fremont UL for many, many years now for all of our LED drivers that Meanwhile Group manufactures. But the Kansas City location is also very close to the Chicago UL headquarters.
Okay.
So we are able to ship samples there quickly and fly up there quickly to just test the products. And then lastly, we also support EMC, EMI debugging.
Oh, wow.
And certification.
That's very
Yeah, so we
important.
can do the whole system level evaluation. And then recently, Sharewell certification is also established where the SDG group is aiming to help our customers to do their system level evaluation. So we can also work in conjunction with them to support the EMI. And then lastly, it's the M, Made in America, right? We manufacture all the products here in Kansas City. So yeah, those are our core competencies.
Great, great. So it's a design. So we use our SDG network. And right now we have a SDG network, PowerNext as our outsourcing agent to help you sourcing all the component. And then we also have a very intelligent team over there to help to do all the bill material design and then certify. So our Sharewell right now have the certified company.
Yeah.
Not only that our power solution can help certify the power supply in the UL, but we also can help the customer to certify your product at the end product as well too. So please keep in mind that. And last but not least, most important, we are the champion. We are the champion.
Yep.
So it's made in America right now. So that's great. So everything is going to be done at the Kansas City location.
Yep.
Well, it's great to know about that. Yeah. So what are some of the pinpoint that Power Solution can kind of help release some of the customers' problem or issue or service on that?
Yeah, I think that's what we're addressing with the DCM, right? It's the time. Time is valuable for the engineers, for the customers. Customers, they want to focus on their own IP. They don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out power supply application, how to use the power supply, how to install the power supply. So what we aim to do is to work with customer to provide them a turnkey solution. That's our ultimate goal. So they can just buy the power supply, put in their system, or use together with this system.
Okay.
And it's ready to use. So we're really addressing the time to market, both in terms of the engineering time, engineering resources, as well as the certification and then the manufacturing. They don't need to look for other CMs just to put their power supply together.
So time's money. So run a one-stop solution, one-stop center to do everything for you. So please, when you look through the Meanwhile catalog, even though we have 15,000 standard product, you don't see that on our catalog. And then customers looking for value-added work solution. Please contact our intelligent Kai here. So we might have a solution for you. If we don't, we can provide you guys some suggestion on that. That's great to know. Can you give some of the example of the Power Solution service? Because are we still confused, like what kind of service you do? Because I'm still stuck in my mind, like you guys just do like modular adapter, but there's a lot more to it.
Oh yeah, I've prepared some information for you guys.
Okay.
So at Power Solutions, we categorize our services into 3 different levels. This is more like an internal categorization. But at the level 1 is the most basic, where we do the standard Meanwhile power supply services, the modification, the modular assembly, such as the adapter, cable changes, and things like that. And at the level 2 is where we start to get more technical. We will put the power supplies and the parts together.
Okay.
So like we can put smaller power supplies inside of larger enclosures. So let me.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
what just come off on your hair?
Oh, I just had this in my bed.
Is that like the IRN series?
No, this is actually the MFM.
Oh, MFM,
Yeah,
the medical grade one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we can put the power supplies like this together inside of a larger enclosure, and then we can put the fans and the other components around it too to come up with a more solution level to help the customers use our power supplies. So they don't need to worry about the mounting, they don't need to worry about the connections. And then at level 3 is where our ultimate goal is, the complete turnkey solution. So it can be like a power product rather than just a power supply component. And we work with the customer on the integration of both the control and monitoring, and then as well as the power supply connections and terminations. So here are some examples. We have the like a complete standalone charger for a robot. And then we also do on the right side, bottom right here, we have a whole cabinet populated with power supplies. And then we handle the bus bar termination. So customer can roll this out together with their system and install at the end user location and be ready to use.
Wow. Okay. So just not just the modular assembly. So right now you kind of get into level 2, level 3, the whole system build. And we also have the power accessory where we sell all this terminal block, and then also the switching. So please make sure you also check out the Meanwhile power accessory offering. But more important, you guys put this whole turnkey solution for the customers. So Meanwhile just not just a standard power supply company. Right now we have the solution for the customer. That's great. But so what's the MOQ? Like, do you require MOQ? And I know sometimes we kind of get confused. Some of it's in 100 pieces increment, but you also mentioned, we would do it in 20 pieces or 50 pieces in that.
Yeah. So unlike our factories overseas, they may have this production MOQ to set up their production line to run the production. They may have a hard MOQ requirement. But for the power solution, we're a lot more flexible in terms of the production MOQ.
Okay.
We typically don't require MOQ if there's no other barriers.
I see.
However, if the components if they require MOQ, our MOQ may be dictated by the components. So one example is like I think like our adapters, right? I have a lot more things in here. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So for example, this is an adapter cable that we buy from the factory, and then we swap out the whole cable to change the connector. So it's not like a handmade and doesn't look good.
Okay.
So we still make sure the quality matches what the factory produces for the customer.
That's very important.
Yeah, but
quality.
this also comes with the issue of MOQ. So factories typically, like for cable like this, they have 100 pieces MOQ requirement for us. And this is mainly from our vendors.
I see.
Right. But the MOQ for a customer to modify this from the factory may be much higher, 500 pieces, 1,000 pieces, if they go to the factory for production. But at the Kansas City location, we just have a 100 pieces MOQ.
That's great to know. So yeah, because right now with the factory, I think they have the MOQ 200 pieces or higher. Right now, the Kansas City's location service help us if you guys have a volume order that the pre-production maybe need 50 or 100 pieces, they can help service that. But we're not interested in a one-time project, 50 or 100 pieces project, but it's kind of transaction that if the customer looking for that smaller quantity at first, then we can have the Kansas City location volume added facility help us that. And then, yes, but sometimes the reason why we say we have no MOQ, why we said the MOQ is like the power cord I especially mentioned, because when we buy component, either we might buy it through another source, they might have those MOQ. So we would say that like MOQ, but some of the part you guys stock a lot of component there. So some of the part if we stock events, then there shouldn't be an MOQ on that, right? Okay, no, that's good to know. So how long does so sales have that question about like, I don't know how long it take to call the cost for the power solution. I know it's a very complex solution, but it sometimes take a little bit longer time, sometimes take a little bit shorter. Can I understand a little bit about the quoting process? And
So we have this process in place where we will qualify the customers up front, right? But once we qualify the customer, our turnaround is typically 7 days, seven calendar days. That's our goal. But in some cases, it may be slightly longer, and we will let the sales and let the customers know.
Okay.
So for example, if we're working with a new type of design, new type of material, we need to be sure, and then we ask the vendors to quote us. So that may take longer. Typically, once the project is accepted, we will quote within 7 days. And to get the projects accepted, we have this internal process, the inquiry form.
Yes.
Right. Would you like to see an example?
You have it? Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we have this like inquiry form where you can fill it out, and then we have all kinds of information from mechanical to electrical to safety requirements, all the way like everything that we can think of. And then we will help the customers fill out this form. The sales will work with the customers, and then the power solution team can know exactly what the customer is looking for. So, and then we'll determine if we'll accept it or reject it.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I see a lot of question on this power solution inquiry form, but hey, the more information you can help fill out, I think it's faster for us to get back with you on our budgetary quote, right? Because a power solution is not just an easy sell. We know it's off-the-shelf product for Meanwhile product, a little bit easier, but power solution definitely we offer service and solutions. So yes, please fill out the form, and then once we fill out the form, typically next step we get on the call with you, and sometimes necessary with the end customer, basically to find out all the details, so our team would have a better idea to how to provide the next solution service to you guys on that part.
Yep.
So in terms of an MRE charge, I know last year when we started, like first few months, it was a kind of like a soft opening. I mean, for me as a sales, I didn't see MRE in charge, but is that the MRE charge will be start offering and all that?
Yeah, we are starting to quote NRE charges when we provide the budgetary quote, and we're not really charging really high. So the goal for the NRE charge is to, I think our main goal is to get a commitment from the customer.
I see.
If we're going to spend a lot of engineering time to design this
Makes
project
sense.
for the customer,
It's not free.
yeah, we want some commitment, but it's not going to be super high, or it's just basically to cover our engineering costs for the drawings and for the designs.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for the NRE charge, we'll quote that during the budgetary quotation process, and then customer will do a design proposal for the customer. They will review what the design is going to look like, what the parameters are, and then once they approve the design, once they want to move forward with the project, they will place the sample order, and at that time they will pay the NRE for us to really delve into the design and then get the sample process started.
I see.
Yeah.
So sometimes from the discussion field, the foreign to the sample stage, it's like still a month or two, right?
Yeah.
So you were free at that time.
Yeah,
But only we charge the MRE charge when they're ready to place sample. And I think when they're ready to place the sample and they're willing to pay for that MRE charge, customers are serious about it, right?
Yeah,
Before just the talk and then us get on the call with them. But hey, but that's good. That's good. You still work 2 months for free or another month for free. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, we
good to
do.
know. Yeah. Hey, what happened to your gases here?
Oh, I broke it and then I just taped
Just
it
tape
together.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, because
yeah.
you have your own P&L report right now, so
Yeah, it's rough out there.
it's rough,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
it's rough. Okay, and yeah, so how does so does a power solution help manufacture existing design? So if they have a contract manufacturer bring us the quotation design, can you help on that part?
Oh yeah. So the short answer is yes, but sometimes it's no.
Okay.
Right? So I have prepared like 2 graphs here. So let me explain very quickly. So this is what we look at when we do the internal cost analysis for a project for quotation, and then we break the cost down into 4 parts. So the blue part represents the Meanwhile power supply cost, the bill of material cost, and then the orange is the Meanwhile SDG group parts cost. So it can be the fans, the enclosures that we source internally within the Meanwhile SDG value network. And then the gray part is a non-SDG, meaning it's from a third-party vendor that we don't work with, or maybe even from a competitor.
Okay.
Okay. And then lastly, the labor. So the labor is what's the power solution labor cost going to be. So on the left is a good, healthy project that we'll definitely take on. If the
Okay.
customer already has a design, they just want us to quote. We can be competitive because a large portion, over 80%, is coming from the Meanwhile SDG value network,
I see.
right?
I see.
But on the right side is a project that we may be turning away
Okay.
because a large portion, over 69% of the parts is from the third-party non-SDG vendors, and there's no way we can be as competitive to like a CM or our competitors. Yeah.
So the non-SDG basis is component that we source, right? So so basically, our power solution can help. It's based on the design that probably more than 50% is using the Meanwhile power supply, and
Yeah, yeah.
additionally another component would be okay. But
Yeah,
if
when we
it's
do the design ourselves, we also try to maximize, the Meanwhile and then the Meanwhile SDG parts ratio as
of
well.
course,
Yeah.
Meanwhile and power solution is still a family, right?
Yeah,
That's very important. Yeah, okay, no, that's good to know. So how does the power solution source its component? Do you also accept consignment from the customer?
Oh yeah. So as we talked about earlier, we source a lot of our components from the SDG value network.
Okay.
So that's also through Meanwhile, through our partners. But we also do consignment as well. So for example, that gray pie is too big, and the customer still wants us to provide the service. We can offer the customer to do consignment to us.
Okay.
Maybe it's their own product or their own vendor.
Yeah.
So we've quoted projects in the past where we take the consignment parts and we just quote the parts that the Meanwhile is responsible for. Yeah.
So the customer can ship their consignment part, because sometimes with the consignment part, customer maybe have special parts that it's only designed for them, so they can ship it for us, and you guys can incorporate that and then put the bill of material based on the certain parts consignment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's good to know, because I think we get a lot of questions asked that, and then you guys
Okay,
already have
qualified.
experience the whole logistic process on that. So
Yep.
that's good to know. So yeah, now we want to know what are some of the successful projects you already won, and then some of the ongoing project. We would like to learn what have you done except pulling stuff out from your hair.
All right. So since we've started as a company, or even before that, when we were like the value-added center, we've quoted a lot of projects, and some of the projects actually are already in production, right? So for example, we have a standalone charging station for a warehouse robot that it uses 3 of our SHP10Ks inside, and we worked with the customer to develop the charging controller.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've also packed the charging controller. So it's an all-intelligent charger. And we also have other projects like a modular power supply, a low-cost version of a modular power supply that uses Meanwhile open frame products.
Okay.
Yeah. And then together to create that multiple outputs, and we'll have like rack-mounted chargers for the battery testing customers, as well as like on the bottom right is a bigger enclosure where we put 2 of the power supplies inside, UHP 2500 to power the motor, as well as an MPB charger to charge the batteries, so the application can be mobile and portable.
I see. Wow, that's great. So basically Meanwhile has over 15,000 standard products. So not only you can use onboard tie, so can you use the Dingwell tie, and those like this is probably UHP, right? So basically you just take off from Meanwhile standard product and then like incorporate to customers kind of solution, either it's in the case or they want to add extension wire or more complex, as the whole rack unit.
Exactly.
You can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very flexible. We can do anything from helping the customer use the power supply to designing the Meanwhile power supply to the whole complete solutions like the standalone charger, where they're shipping them together with their robots to the end users.
Oh wow. Okay. No, that's good to know. So in terms of sales, since I'm the sales, what are some of the new opportunity or new market that we can help the power solution team to go look for? Like what kind of, maybe there's a new industry or new type of application, or what kind of question we should ask when we go see a customer?
Yeah, I think in terms of the markets and industries, here are some of the popular ones that we receive inquiry for, and we feel is suitable for the value added and power solution business. So first of all, definitely robotics. And the mobile robots are on the rise.
Yeah.
And mobile robots, whether they are AGV, AMR, or different kinds of robots, forklifts,
yeah,
or all kinds of robots.
Yeah.
They all need chargers, right? They all need chargers, they all need power supplies. So that's where it's at. And then the telecom is also very suitable because of the the rack mounted nature, where they use a lot of rack power. So we have also rack mounted accessories and products that go along with that market. And they also like UPS. So they want to combine the Meanwhile UPS units together with batteries. We can do that integration for them as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, similar thing for automation, but they use a lot more like the the control cabinets, the PLC controllers, the DIN rail power supplies, and the DIN rails are very easy to value add. We can populate the DIN rail with the power supplies, the terminal blocks, all kinds of things for the customer. Yeah, and then lastly is green energy. I think the world is becoming more and more aware of efficiency and going green. So we saw a lot more opportunities with our bidirectional, our energy recycling products, and we also have a standard off-the-shelf solution for the energy recycling burn-in applications as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So for the robot, yeah, we have a lot of customer right now. I think for charger, we have a lot of MPB, the newer generation of the product coming out.
Mhm.
So that would be great fit for that, but not just the MPB series you're selling. So our power solution team here, like they might need a battery.
Yeah.
Do you know Meanwhile right now also sell battery as well? It's under offer the Meanwhile power accessory unit. The telecom unit, we have our RCP unit where you can put it in a rack unit.
Yep.
And the automation, the Dingwall. Meanwhile has probably one of the widest all-in Dingwall power solution offered from AC to DC, DC to DC, and also the accessory with the UPS function. So
You got it.
I got it, right? I
Yeah,
studied it
yeah.
last night I was
Yeah.
up. Yeah. So the green energy, we also have the inverter and along with the charger, and then many of our product, it's designed to, I'm not going to talk too much about next week training, but hey, the DOE level and all that. So Meanwhile, very care about our next generation. So many of our product need to make sure we meet all the regulation and then
Exactly.
yeah, so no, that's great to know. Along with just those 4 big market, I'm sure we have a lot more. So
Mhm.
please just don't stop there when you out go see customer. If you're not too sure, you want to ask more question or say, hey, can Power Solution do this for us? Please contact the intelligent guy here. Okay, great. Okay, so so how many people work in the Power Solution team now?
Yeah, so right now we have about 14 employees, and we're still fast expanding. We hired I think 2 employees already on board since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And then so we divide the teams between the manufacturing and then the logistics and also the engineering, the R&D. So we have roughly one out of 3 personnel there is engineering. And so we're trying to keep that high ratio and the innovation. And we're also going to drive more of our own product designs as
Okay.
well.
Oh.
So since you asked about our plans for the next 3 years,
Yeah.
right? So I think we will continue to expand our production, our engineering, but also we're coming up with some of our standard or semi-standard configurable product solutions. So for example, I want to have this like secret reveal here.
Wow.
Yeah, so what this is, it's a rack distribution unit. And we are designing this to work together with the Meanwhile standard rack power. So the rendering here we've done on the left side is the 2 Meanwhile rack power on top. And then the bottom is the rack distribution unit. And you can see there are 20 fused channels. So what it does is
Is that what happened to your hair?
Yeah, I was in the engineering lab and then
Yo.
yeah. But no, so we basically what this unit can do is it takes the DC bus, the high voltage, and they can distribute that into 20 different channels. Each channel will be protected and fused. And then this unit, we're designing this to be, one of the first in the industry to have that negative 10 to negative positive 10 volt to negative positive 60 volt DC in a single unit. Our competitors, what they do is they separate the positive and negative, or maybe they do different voltage levels, 12 volt one model, 24 volt one model, but we do this in a single model.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, and then so this is just an example and quick reveal. We're planning to launch this product in June of this year.
June.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, I'll be waiting for your orders, all right? Your stocking orders.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I mean sales, right? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, no, that's good. So right now, the Power Solution team have a standard product. So we're going to start marketing this product in June, and we're going to be have maybe a flyer, catalog. The marketing team is going to help us promote. So we're going to stop, right? So basically, this is our first Power Solution standard product. So please, this is kind of sneak peek review. That's really good to know that you guys not just like, eat barbecue and just playing football in Kansas City. You guys actually do something.
Yeah.
That's very good to know. Wow, that's great. Well, thank you so much. That was very good. Now I'm not too confused anymore. I mean, like you answer all my questions. Do you think you can hire me now?
Yeah, you can work for a production or a warehouse. Yeah.
Okay, I'll help assemble this whole rack power
Yeah,
unit.
yeah.
No,
You
that's
gotta work out in the gym too, though.
oh no, yeah, I'll work out my muscle a little bit. Oh no, that's good to know. Well, thank you so much. And then yeah, so if you guys have any question, please contact our very talented Power Solution team. We have a Kai here. He's a general manager. We have a TC, our Power Solution design engineer, and also Zach, our VSC manager. So he's the one kind of put all your component parts together. And then you mentioned we have another 13 more people, 12 more people. You
Yep.
guys are hiring like crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that's great. Well, thank you so much. And I do want to mention next Thursday, we have another Tech Spark show coming up. And Corinne, our very talented engineer, and our sales account manager, David, will be talk about all the external adapter and talk about the new level, DOE level 7. So please save the day, and next Thursday, 11 a.m. Thank you so much, and we hope you have little fun. And this time, and what else in your air? Another Power Baby. We have little fun today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you again. My name is Jessica.
My name is Kai.
Have a great rest of your day. Thank
Thank
you.
you.